Remember that Bassmaster tournament last year on Santee Cooper in the spring? Giant bass.
That's what we're looking for.
Fish were spawning.
There she is.
Preston Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a loss for words.
I want to do that so bad. Yeah.
Yeah! Now it's mine.
Are you ready for it?
Ladies and gentlemen, why you're not out fishing is beyond us. But since you're here, consider yourselves hooked. Welcome to the world's greatest fishing show. Today, we're fishing in South Carolina with one heck of a good guy, Rob Newell. And now, direct to your living room from his backyard grill, here's the guy that truly wishes mullets would come back. And soon, Mark Zona.
So I got it all planned. I got the fishing trip of a lifetime. I got my best buddy, Rob Newell, coming down to Santee Cooper. Warm temperatures the week before we're going fishing, right? Everything's perfect. But we find out there's a 200-boat tournament going on Santee Cooper the 2 days we got to fish. So I'm just gonna move it down the road. I'm gonna call an audible. I'm gonna head right over to Lake Murray. Great sight fishing lake. Clear water, giant bass, except the worst cold front of the entire spring. Record cold temperatures. Sure, why not? So we're gonna call it off. No, we're going. No matter what. We're going fishing.
See, I knew this was gonna happen, you know, going out with my best friend. Here's the beauty of it. This is the beauty of this. I cover tournaments for a living. Rob covers tournaments for a living. Therefore, we have no time to fish tournaments anymore. But here's where I'm at with this, what we're gonna do. Up in my mind, we're gonna take today's weight, whatever unofficially we could catch, and we're actually gonna have a tournament against ourselves. So there's a tournament today, me and Rob against whatever we catch tomorrow. That's where we're going.
Welcome to the Clash in the Carolinas as Team Zona and Murray take on Team Zona and Murray in a contest one can only describe as, well, quite honestly, a little weird.
I came here just to fish with Zona and have fun, and then all of a sudden he starts talking about this tournament.
My tournament career and Rob's tournament career had high aspirations at the top of it, and we did. We got to see glimpses of great success, but something always happens.
We've been losers all our life. We're going to leave Lake Murray winners.
This is dedicated to every single person that works and has one weekend to go fishing throughout the month, because it's going to be a cold front.
The one thing I'll tell you about him is that he is a true junkie, a fishing junkie.
So what possessed you this morning to start with a floating worm from like '88? I mean, in all honesty.
When I was packing for this tournament, I was going through a lot of my tackle, and I passed one called floating worms, and I kind of passed over it, and then the light bulb went off that this part of the country here, Lake Murray, is where the whole floating worm phenomena really developed.
It's just old school. I haven't thrown one in so long. When you called and said you want to come to Lake Murray, I said, I'll pull out some old floating worms. I haven't thrown any in probably 10 or 15 years.
That's a great thing about fishing with him. When you're out in the boat with Rob Newell, he will throw 30 different things, and 29 of them are from 1984. But you gotta love that, because I guarantee you don't have that in your bag.
This used to be back in the day.
On this lake?
Yeah.
I mean, this
is kind of where they created the whole floating worm
was
deal.
This lake. You may be one of the only ones that's thrown a floating worm here since.
Yeah, right.
Come on, let's look at this the way it is. Rob and like 7 other people in the Carolinas still throw a floating worm.
Nobody else has thought of it.
You're not scared to bring sexy back, are you?
No.
Look at that. That looks so good in the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Look at this!
Dude, that was awesome. Oh my gosh. Dude, that is serious. That is bringing 1985 back.
It's old school.
Don't turn around, the Commissar's in town. There it is.
Thank you, sir.
There it is right there.
Old school right there, the pink floating worm.
When he caught the 5-pounder, I kind of went, uh-oh.
Dude, that's a chunker. Look at that.
I knew it was the dagger in the coffin, if that's a term, for the simple fact that he threw it the rest of the weekend.
That was awesome. I got
All right.
buckled by the rod.
That's right.
Period.
Nice job.
Literally.
Dance with who rung you.
Coming up on the world's greatest fishing show.
Dude, I said it. You're the big fish guy. Dude, there's no beds on the lake. Anywhere.
Welcome to this special edition of the Bassmasters.
There he goes. There he is. Oh my God, that's a good one.
Mark Zona and his best friend Rob Newell have 2 days to fish South Carolina's Lake Murray. And while they were hoping for a sight fishing slugfest, a cold front's moved in and derailed those plans. So, to keep motivated, they've teamed up for a tournament against themselves. Yeah, that's right. Whatever they catch today will be pitted against tomorrow's total weight.
What's interesting about Rob Newell, Rob wants to know everything.
How come is it sometimes you wacky rig it and sometimes you Texas rig a Senko? I've never really understood why that is.
He wants to know the line, the rods, the bait.
The reason why I'm Texas rigging it right now, I mean, it's our first morning here, and when you Texas rig a Senko, you can cover a pocket a lot faster. I know that sounds crazy because it's still a weightless bait, but you can fish a slow bait a lot faster Texas rigged than when it's wacky rigged. The only reason why is a wacky rig just goes down so slow compared to when it's Texas rigged, it kind of just glides.
He, to me, understands the entire ball game.
Now, when you throw a wacky rig, will you throw that on a spinning rod with lighter line?
That's a good question. I really don't know why I throw it more on a spinning rod. I have no idea.
I didn't mean to get too complex for you. After all, it's the world's greatest fishing show.
Well, it is, Rob. It's interesting you bring that up.
I didn't know there were questions that you couldn't answer.
Well,
That's
you
what
know.
I came here for.
The title says it all, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, the title says it all. It's the host I'm worried about. The world's greatest fishing show is fine. The host of the world's greatest fishing show, now, that might be kind of where things are getting, a little off kilter there.
Dude, why are you taping right now? Why are you taping right now?
Hey, Rob, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, bud.
You got it?
We got her, bud.
Zona's the only other guy I know that can give you a complete history of BASS.
I followed fishing tournaments since I was probably, call it, 11 years old.
Just because we're on Lake Murray, roll back to some footage right now, some old school footage.
We're at Lake Murray in the heart of South Carolina for a Bassmaster BP Top 100 tournament.
Big bass and big bucks on the line. The $475,000 Bassmaster BP Megabucks.
It's hard to explain what an infatuation I had with that old show at that time. To come full circle and be a part of one of those shows, that would really be a privilege.
Welcome to this special edition of the Bassmasters. Today we're on South Carolina's Lake Murray, following two wannabe bass tournament anglers who've concocted this special event hoping to relive their childhood dreams. Here on day one, Zona and Newell are still looking for the mother lode. They currently got 3 fish in the boat weighing about 8 pounds, thanks largely to the efforts of Rob Newell, who did his homework on Lake Murray and is throwing a blast from the past, an old floating worm, showing his partner Z that he's not afraid to bring sexy back. Will this disastrous duo figure out Lake Murray's largemouth bass? Or will a team on day 2 come out on top? I'm Bob Cobb. Stay tuned for the world's greatest fishing show and more pretend Bassmasters action.
It's day one of a 2-day competition on South Carolina's Lake Murray. Well, that is if you get inside the heads of Mark Zona and Rob Newell. These guys have created a competition against themselves. Today's weight, currently 8 pounds, against what they catch tomorrow. And you know, the scary thing is, I think they really believe they're an attorney.
Day one went better than I expected. Here we go.
Oh boy. That's number 5. Got a 14 and a half.
There it goes. That one's like, he swam out to the
Sure he did.
middle of the lake there, Z.
That was fun.
Were you just gonna let him, gonna walk him for a while, or?
Getting better. That's
They're gonna have to bring it tomorrow.
They're gonna have to bring their A game. Exactly.
have to bring it
They
tomorrow.
better not party tonight, if you know what I mean.
No.
See what I'm saying? How about that one right there? We are going up, brother. Uh-huh.
We were really counting on the sun to come back out early so we could pull off this sight fishing thing, but that never happened.
Welcome to the world's greatest fishing show. We're gonna be sight fishing all week on Lake Murray.
They're schooling behind us.
I will look at people and wonder what time of his life did he say enough's enough with the mullet. I mean, look at Rob, look at his hair. I mean, Rob is like myself. He is stuck in 89, bad. Because I'm gonna say right now, you bang the mullet till 93. He can't get out, and I can't get out, you know. It was just a great time. I let mine ride till 94. That was business in the front, and Rob, there was a party in the back. There's a lot of people at home right now that are saying that same thing, man. Just go back there for a few minutes, right?
I thought for most of the day that it was going to be extremely tough.
Uh-oh.
I got to get my drag straightened out.
You are having a time. Get him. Nice. It's the big fish guy. He's the big fish guy today. Naughty bird, dirty bird. Dirty bird. Ooh, that one's gonna call. Nice! Dude, I said it. You're the big fish guy.
What are we up to, 15?
I'm gonna say that right there puts a solid 14. Hey, Columbus. Baby girl, baby!
Who the hell is he talking to?
No, he ain't gonna help. He ain't gonna help. I got that. He ain't gonna help.
Sounds so legit.
Like we're really gonna turn it.
Oh, that ain't gonna help.
Exactly. Looks good though, bud.
You don't mind if I just get this all sorted out?
No, you're good.
Okay. This is the kind of thing that brought Zona and I together. I mean, this kind of thing doesn't even phase him. This is standard operating procedure in his boat. After fishing the day and catching what we caught, I'm pretty proud of what we ended up with today, because this was just a classic hard fishing day.
That'll call, Rob. That'll call. Don't grab that line. What? You see that right there? That's great. Caught him on a squeaky head. That was solid. That's the kind that'll win this tourney.
I'm pretty impressed with day one. Those guys tomorrow, after what we did today, they've got their work cut out for them tomorrow.
This is what it all comes down to. This is what it's about. I've been waiting my whole entire life for this. I know my partner here has too. It's all about confidence right now. Swing for the fences. Be right. We got a map. Got some fishing spots on it.
Well, as you can see, Mark Zona and his good friend Rob Newell are fired up for this final day of competition. The current leaders, Team Zona Newell Day 1, set the mark at 15 pounds. Now, Team Zona Newell Day 2 will try to beat that weight on South Carolina's Lake Murray. We know this doesn't make much sense. Just go with it.
First spot, we're in the mid-lake area right here. Water temp has definitely dropped. About 56 degrees right now. The absolute worst condition. I mean, it's actually worse than you know,
conditions the leaders had yesterday. Oh, you're kidding me. Nice.
Classic co-angler move right there.
Yeah.
You lean down to get a rod and the cast goes over your shoulder.
That was beautiful.
Oh, never mind. Yep. Fixing to be on the board again here, folks. Well, he's coming at you. He's coming hot.
I won't tell you, that's number 2. Call it 14 inches. Unofficial, 14 inches. That's Robbie Newell right there, y'all. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's number 4 right there.
Keeper.
That's 14 inches.
We're in.
That's right. God.
You never really hooked him, did you?
I didn't even think it was a fish, dude, at first.
That could have been a big one, dude.
It was about almost 3 pounds.
Did you see it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Every team partner I've ever fished with, you always hear after a team tournament, man, I'd have done great today if my partner would have held it up today.
Z, let's talk about the one you just let
we're-
walk. Like it didn't even know it was,
Yeah.
it was just swimming like.
With me.
Yeah.
And I think Rob was starting to, he was thinking, you know what I mean?
It was like you were walking the fish across the cove here.
He was having a time.
Did you see it?
Huh? Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't, because I'm one when I'm in a team tournament.
How big was it?
Oh, it wasn't a calf. Turn that camera off for a minute. Oh, Rob and I are running into some problems. I love him like a brother. I truly do. I mean, everything's kind of unraveling. I'll be honest with you. The day one leaders had their stuff together.
Thank you, sir.
There it is right there. The day 2 team is not well right now. Oh, help me out here, Rob. Watch that rod. Watch that rod.
Net job. Net job.
Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. There you go. There we go. See?
That's 5.
That's 5. That's 5. All right. That's redemption right there now, Rob. We've got really no weight we need. We got 8 pounds. But I mean, you catch 2 big ones right now, and you got it. And granted, we're not catching that much right here, but I think we'll just stay here. Rob Newell only cares about sight fishing. Tell the folks at home how bad you want to sight fish right now in Dirty Bird. Tell them. That's all he cares about.
That's what I live to do. If sight fishing was a drug, I'd have to go to a 12-step program for it.
It's like talking to a child, a little school kid.
God, looks like a bed right there. Ooh, I think that's a bed right there. I want to see a bed where that one might have come off of. Looks like there's beds at the end of that ramp. Is that a bed?
Dude, there's no beds on the lake, anywhere. We have literally gone around the lake 50 times. Nothing is spawning, bro, okay? There's a bed right there. I love you like a brother, but there's nothing spawning. There's a bite. God, he come off.
Oh, did you see the fish?
Yep.
He was on a bed.
There's 20 minutes left. All we need to do is try not to cry and catch one good one. And we got it. I mean, you watch the Bassmaster TV show, dude, they always catch him the last 30 seconds. Every week.
Here he goes. Oh, we have drag strippage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That'll call, bud.
There he goes. There he is.
Oh, my God. That's a good one. That's going to call right there now.
Then we get on the Cinco.
I got that on Stinky Cinco.
Oh, could it be big? Let's find out. Here we go.
14 and a half, all right? I don't know if he helped. He might have gave us a couple of ounces.
Might have lost ground for that one.
Yeah, we might have gone backwards.
And the official results are in. Team Zona Newell Day 1's weight of 15 pounds proved to be too much for Team Zona Newell Day 2, who finished with 12.5 pounds. But regardless of the final tally, I think we can all agree this has been one strange but memorable trip.
All in all, the whole thing was a success. You know, I wanted to come here, catch some fish, catch a bunch of fish. I didn't want to be cold, you know, coming from Michigan. Get to hang with your bud, catch some bass. Rock on.